Complex fractions, children, are easy and yet hard.
Because they're complex.
Yeah,
They're just confusing.
yeah, there's nothing hard about it, it's just you gotta follow the right pattern. And the book starts off with this, 1/5 over 2/3. And it's never a good thing to have a fraction within a fraction, but that's what we have here. The thing you have to remember is that a fraction bar is a grouping symbol. Okay, so you need to simplify the top and then simplify the bottom and then work with it from there. And a fraction bar is also a division symbol. So 1/5 divided by 2/3, you could think about it being like written like this. And how do we divide by fractions? We flip and multiply by the reciprocal. So you end up with 3 over 10 for your e's were there. Now that's not the problem, that was just kind of getting you to where the problem's going here. Here is more like the problem that you might see. 1/2 plus 1/3 over 1/3 plus 1/4. And when you see problems that look like this, really what you have to do is you need to simplify this and that before you can do this. In other words, you actually have to add this together, and then after you do that, you flip and multiply. Okay, because this really is a grouping symbol, which means this needs to get done, that needs to get done. And these are sort of problems that are going to take a tremendous amount of paper work, and that you don't forget how to go where you're going there. Jackson?
No, 1/3 cross.
Nope. You can only cross things on top off of things on the bottom if they are factors, which means if it was multiplication. If this was 1/2 times 1/3 and 1/3 times 1/4, yes. But not addition. Addition cannot be done that way. We'll talk more about that later. So this one here, you're going to have to do this. You're going to have to do 1/2 plus 1/3, which Jeremy Schwartz is. 3/6 plus 2/6 is 5/6. That's the top part. The bottom one, when you have 1/3 plus 1/4, is what? 3/12 plus 4/12, which is 7/12. And then once you get it down to one fraction, you do what we did up here, and you flip and multiply by the bottom. This is going to be 5/6 divided by 7/12, which is 5/6 times 12 over 7. A little cross canceling here gives you 10 over 7 for your answer. I really want to do a really hard one, but I don't see it here. Lauren?
Can you just leave it as times 7?
Yes. When you get to the level you guys are at, as long as this is reduced, you can leave it as improper. It's just kind of the way it works. Now, they use that to help you understand how to do this. If I asked you to change 8 and 1/3%, if I asked you to change that into a number or to a fraction, how would I change this to a fraction? Besides looking at your note. If it was one you didn't have a note at, Nick? Exactly. Since percent means over 100, this is the same thing as saying 8 and 1/3 over 100, which gives you a complex fraction, just like we're talking about there. Schwartz, what time did you go to bed last night? Okay. Seemed to be an off day, Jeremy. It's not as normal as Jeremy South, is it? There you go. Alright, and then here again, take your time and do this. What do you get? 8 and 1/3 is 25 over 3, right? Make it improper. 100 is 100 over 1. And how do I solve that? You just flip and multiply by the bottom. You get 25 over 3 times 1 over 100. This cross cancels. And your answer is 1 over 12. What one don't we have? Here, Lauren Daffenberg. 4 and 1/6. right now, right where you are, change 4 1/6% to a decimal, or to a fraction. Let's see if you actually get that. 4 1/6 to a fraction. And then we just have one lesson left, kids. And then we can actually get to algebra.
Yeah.
But I will tell you this with a great deal of certainty. If I gave yesterday's assignment to last year's 8th graders, at this point in the year, they probably would get but 2 or 3 of the problems right. Because we don't get to that till later. You have an answer? Don't answer it yet.
Let me have a chance to do it here.
Yes, I wanted you to do it, Lucas. You could tell that's where you were going.
Just last night at scrimmage, Josh got yelled at and we had to shoot free throw because he was singing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
like,
Sing the mouse one.
we were singing the mouse here, and he's like, free throws.
He's asking if I'm surprised. We get an answer? Jack, you got an answer for me?
24?
24 is close but not quite.
Same.
Jeremy? 124. Because why? This is the same thing as having 4 1/6 over 100, which is 25 over 6 over 100 over 1, which is 25 over 6 times 1 over 100. Cross cancel, you end up with 1 over 24.
Ah, I flipped the wrong one.
Yes, you must always flip the bottom one because that is the division part of that problem. If I didn't know this one was gonna be that fast, I would have made some sort of a quiz. Alright,